HD. This is 13 Eyewitness News at 4.
Next on the news at 4, a Pasadena teacher accused.
Parents and students from a Pasadena area high school caught off guard this break hearing a teacher is accused of having an inappropriate and sexual relationship with a student. I'm Damon Fernandez, uncovering the disturbing details in this case. Straight ahead on Eyewitness News.
Plus, is there a shortage of the flu vaccine, and how concerned should you be now that a teenager in the Houston area has died from the flu? We're going to have some important new information.
And an about face from Target. The retailer now says yes, customers' encrypted PIN numbers were taken during the massive security breach. But we begin with a Pasadena high school teacher accused of having a sexual relationship with one of his students. Good afternoon, I'm Eric Barajas.
I'm Adele Uchida in for Alona Carson. The teacher, according to court documents, didn't even hide it, and a school administrator may have known about this relationship. Eyewitness News reporter Damon Fernandez is live at Pasadena Memorial High School with the accusations and the charges. Damon?
Well, Adele, I've learned that accused teacher is an award-winning instructor back here at this campus who allegedly carried on an improper and sexual relationship with that student for at least 3 months. It's right here at Pasadena Memorial High School where police say a history teacher was in a heavy relationship with one of the 16-year-old girls in his class.
I was shocked. Completely shocked.
Parents like Joe and Kenneth Dinsdale shocked, saying that accused teacher, 36-year-old Paul Edward Tate, is someone many of Memorial's parents and students thought they knew and trusted.
We always would see him at activities as far as sports, athletic stuff like that, supportive of the kids, and just, in fact, my son was wanting to have him in one of his classes because he's so involved with the kids, and then to hear this is just unbelievable.
Pasadena ISD police say a former student alerted administrators Tate and the teen were dating just before winter break. That witness allegedly took photos of the two hugged up in a restaurant, feeding one another, then took that evidence to an assistant principal who contacted police.
You should be able to trust that your children are going to a place where they're safe.
Court records show Tate, who's now facing felony charges of indecency and improper relationship with a child, was initially warned to stay away from the girl back in October. That's when an assistant principal allegedly spotted the two at a McDonald's. But that relationship continued. Investigators say phone records between the teacher and the teen show the two stated they loved each other, had sexual intercourse, and even exchanged provocative photos.
In any way, shape, or form, it's unacceptable, and it should have been stopped immediately and not allowed to progress at all.
And a statement released by Pasadena ISD late this afternoon says that none of the alleged incidents happened back here on campus. It goes on to say the district has removed Tate from the education environment to arrange for a smooth and secure transition when students return to class. At Pasadena Memorial High School today, Damon Fernandez, 13 Eyewitness News.
The Harris County Sheriff's Office is looking for a woman, and investigators believe she is a victim of foul play. 26-year-old Melissa Souders was last seen at the McDonald's at FM 1960 and I-45 on the north side yesterday around 11 a.m. She was reported missing by a friend. Souders drives an older white Honda Accord. The driver's door is black, and it has Texas license plate CL3H494. If you know anything about where she might be, you're urged to call Crime Stoppers.
A federal judge has just decided a Katy man accused in a knockout game attack should stay behind bars until his trial. Conrad Barrett was back in federal court this afternoon asking the judge for bond. Prosecutors accused Barrett of planning and executing a vicious attack on a 79-year-old African-American victim, specifically because of the victim's race. Barrett allegedly recorded video of that attack and was hoping for national notoriety once the video went public. Barrett's attorney claims his client is bipolar, had previously been admitted to a psychological treatment facility, and was off his meds at the time of the attack. But again, the judge denied bond, saying the violent nature of the defendant was a factor in her decision.
A couple says they were kidnapped at knife point and forced to drive to ATMs for money. The kidnapping does not appear to be random either. The female victim told police she believes the two men followed them after they bought drugs. The men kidnapped the couple from an apartment on the north side, drove the couple to at least 2 different bank ATMs. The suspects didn't get any cash. At one point, the man jumped out of the SUV to get help. The woman jumped out after that. The 2 suspects ditched the SUV and ran into some nearby woods. Police searched for them but never found them.
Sky IHD was over a big house fire this morning in Brazoria County, just south of Alvin. Look at those flames. It happened in the Meadowdale subdivision just before 7 o'clock this morning. We are told that no one was living in the house. There is no word right now on what caused the fire, but you can tell by just the size of those flames, the house was a total loss.
Happy Friday. Yes, the weekend is almost here, so of course we want to know about the weather.
That's right. There are plans to be made, and Chief Meteorologist Tim Heller is here with a hopefully very nice forecast for the weekend. Today was not bad.
No, it wasn't bad. You know, temperatures at 50s and low 60s, so kind of seasonably cool. Just not seeing much sunshine these days. The clouds pretty much dominating our sky again today, and I think that's going to be the case over the weekend. So what you see out there right now is what you're going to get Saturday and Sunday as well. That's a look at our Fort Bend weather cam out there near Fulshire, right at the end of the West Park Tollway. Looking to the north here, this picture taken within the last minute, and you can see we've got the clouds streaming across the sky. Those are stratus clouds out there, cirrostratus clouds in the upper levels of the atmosphere. Temperature nearby in Katy, 56 degrees. Winds are calm there. Tomball's in with 55. Where you live in Crosby, it's 55, 57 right now in Richmond on our neighborhood weather net. Here's what you can expect this weekend and into next week. We've got mostly cloudy skies staying around. Now, I do think peaks of sunshine will come back, but the clouds will certainly dominate. We got another cold front in the forecast for Sunday. That'll drop our temperatures another 5 to 10 degrees. And then it now looks like we could have some rain for the new year. A slight change to the forecast for next year. We'll talk about that coming up.
All right, thanks, Tim. Well, Connecticut State Police have issued their final report on the Sandy Hook massacre. The lengthy report includes lots of photos, audio, and video recordings. The redacted report has several thousand pages of text, photos, and 911 calls that provide a timeline of the massacre that happened on December 14, 2012. The video, shot by law enforcement officers, shows the scene at Sandy Hook Elementary and inside the home of the shooter, Adam Lanza. Now, there are hundreds of crime scene photos. They show shot-out windows at Sandy Hook, bullet holes in the walls, and a pistol lying on the floor of a classroom. The report also includes autopsy photos, but those files are blacked out. Now, regarding the shooter, Adam Lanza, the report says he was, quote, undoubtedly afflicted with mental health problems, yet despite a fascination with mass shootings and firearms, he displayed no aggressive or threatening tendencies, unquote. You can find a link to the Newtown shooting report at abc13.com/info.
An update now on the Target security breach. Target now says customers' PIN data was lifted during the breach, but the retailer says it's confident that PIN numbers are safe and secure. The recent data breach involved as many as 40 million customers. Up until today, Target had denied a report that debit card PIN data may have been compromised. Well, now Target says it's confirmed through additional forensics work that strongly encrypted PIN data was removed, but Target insists there's no way the hackers could get the key they need to decrypt the PIN data.
We'll wait and see.
We will. Okay, still ahead on Eyewitness News at 4. A new ruling by a judge may allow the NSA to check your phone records.
And some brazen robbers. They smash into a DMV, take what they want, and leave. Even an armed security guard could not stop them.
Plus, another spacewalk happening today will allow you to see space in a whole new way.
Residents are calling it a rodent invasion. I'm Foti Kalurgis. Coming up at Live at 5, we'll show you what we caught on camera and what the management company is doing about it.
You are watching ABC 13, Houston's news leader. Live with Eric Barajas, Ilona Carson, and meteorologist Travis Herzog. This is 13 Eyewitness News, Houston's news leader.
It's the New Year's resolution, losing weight. But would you go as far as getting a...
You're sewing a foreign object into somebody's mouth.
Tongue patch? We're not kidding.
My tongue hurts talking about this.
Tonight on 2020 at 10/9 Central on ABC.
Get great deals at the Palais Royal after Christmas stock-up sale and clearance. Winter wear is 60% off with your Savings Pass. Shoes are buy one, get one half off. And stock up with great yes prices every day on brands for the whole family like Levi's. That's your after Christmas sale at Palais Royal.
Welcome to Nissan's most memorable event of the season. Shop for something perfect for long holiday road trips, easy family get-togethers, and a smart way to stay in touch. Now get $500 holiday bonus cash. Save up to $2,500 on Altima or get 0% APR financing on Sentra. Hurry, bonus cash ends January 2nd. Shop ChooseNissan.com.
With Uverse, take your favorite HBO characters with you. Virtually anywhere, anytime. Get Uverse TV and internet for $89 a month, including HBO and up to 290 channels.
The Volkswagen Sign Then Drive sales event is back, which means it's never been easier to get a new Passat. Awarded J.D. Power's most appealing midsize car 2 years in a row. And right now, you can drive one home for practically just your signature. Get zero due at signing, zero down, zero deposit, and zero first month's payment on any new 2014 Volkswagen. Hurry, this offer ends January 2nd. For details, visit VWDealer.com today.
Spring is just around the corner, and Palais Royal has your first look at all the hottest fashion trends in the season's brightest colors and styles. It's just what you've been waiting for. Get the inside scoop at Palais Royal.
We have some gifts for you to open. After you unwrap that cool new tablet or smartphone, unwrap our apps. Get your free ABC 13 apps in your App Store now.
A major new development today regarding the controversial NSA surveillance plan. A different judge has issued a different ruling saying the program is legal.
Now, this comes just 1 week after another federal judge ruled the opposite. So what does this all mean? ABC's Susan Solney explains.
It comes as a vote of confidence in the Obama administration's controversial NSA phone surveillance program, as a federal judge in New York found the government's vast phone data collection program to be lawful. Judge William Pauley also said it was necessary as a counterpunch to those who want to harm Americans. Of the NSA phone collection program, Judge Pauley, a Bill Clinton appointee, said, "This blunt tool only works because it collects everything." And the program significantly increases the NSA's capability to detect the faintest patterns left behind by individuals affiliated with foreign terrorist organizations. Armed with all the metadata, NSA can draw connections it might otherwise never be able to find. But it was just last week that a different federal judge, Richard Leon, used strong language from his bench in Washington, D.C. to rebuke the surveillance program, calling it an almost Orwellian violation that is unlawful under the Constitution. Judge Leon, a George W. Bush appointee, said the program almost certainly does violate a reasonable expectation of privacy. President Obama has forcefully defended the phone surveillance program, saying it is a critical tool in the fight against terrorism.
Having that data in one place and retained for a certain period of time allowed them to be confident in pursuing various investigations of terrorist threats.
The American Civil Liberties Union, which brought the case ruled on today, says it will appeal. And now, because of the different decisions in 2 federal district courts, it's likely that this issue of phone surveillance will go all the way to the Supreme Court. Susan Solney, ABC News, Washington.
Federal unemployment benefits end tomorrow for more than 1 million jobless Americans. These are emergency benefits that were set up back in 2008 during the recession to help supplement state jobless benefits. The federal aid program expires tomorrow because Congress didn't include an extension in this latest budget deal. A bipartisan group of lawmakers has proposed a short-term extension for 3 months, but Congress won't take up the issue until it returns to work next month. Opponents say it is time to end the emergency benefits because the unemployment rate is much lower now. Pot shops open next week in Colorado. Denver just finalizing licenses to recreational marijuana stores today. The city of Denver has approved licenses for 8 stores, 30 grow facilities, and 4 marijuana-infused product makers. Marijuana use and limited possession has been legal in Colorado for everyone over the age of 21 since last year. But New Year's Day will mark the start of the world's first legal recreational marijuana marketplace.
Now,
the ABC 13 AccuWeather forecast.
Let's talk about your weather. We definitely don't need any sunblock today, but the weather is still pretty nice.
You know, you really can't complain. We've got dry streets in southeast Texas. Temperatures 60s, upper 50s, low 60s. The only problem is we've got a lot of cloud cover. I think we're probably going to keep the clouds around for much of the weekend, maybe peak of sunshine, but temperatures should be slightly warmer, too, once we get some sun back in there. For example, look at Bastrop. They've got a little more sun there at 62. It's kind of what I'm thinking we're going to end up with tomorrow with a little more sun. Otherwise, we're cloudy right now, 54 degrees in Houston. So at 53 degrees out toward Winnie right now. It's 55 down toward Pearland, 54 degrees currently in Galveston. Angleton's in with 54, 57 right now in Bay City. The clouds pretty much dominating our sky today, but nothing falling from the clouds, at least not here. You do see some radar echoes, a little bit of rain down to the southwest of us, a little bit of moisture falling from the sky down in South Texas, down in the valley and out toward the Del Rio area. Pretty heavy showers as well in the offshore region here in the Gulf of Mexico. But the reason we're not seeing the rain from the thicker clouds has to do with the same setup we had yesterday. We've got a front offshore, moisture overrunning that with Pacific moisture coming in on the jet stream, but it's high pressure to the northeast of us, and that east-northeasterly wind that's pushing in dry air. So we've got the clouds coming in aloft, but anytime they try to produce rain, they run into that dry air, and that prevents us from getting any moisture from those clouds. And that setup will stay with us tonight and probably a good part of the day tomorrow, which means our skies should stay dry, but still mostly cloudy. We're in the mid-50s here. Dallas in the upper 50s, 57 degrees there on the Panhandle. 55 right now in Lubbock, 52 degrees in Midland, 57 right now in Austin and in San Antonio. Down in South Texas, Corpus Christi with 57. Laredo, 51 degrees right now with a little bit of rain. Overnight tonight, your temperatures dropping in the mid-40s. We've got 30s in the northern part of the state where the skies are clear. They're cooling off pretty quickly at night, so they're going to drop down to 26 in Lubbock, 28 degrees tonight up in Amarillo. But underneath that blanket of clouds, like last night, our temperatures will stay in the mid-40s. And then tomorrow afternoon, similar weather to what we have today, maybe a tad bit warmer with a peak of sunshine. 60 degrees will be a good average high, but some of us may get a little bit warmer if we get a little more sun. For example, out toward Austin, San Antonio, they'll get a little more sun. They'll be back up to 63, 65 degrees, but pretty seasonal temperatures all across the state coming up for Saturday, and similar temperatures, if not slightly warmer, for Sunday. For this evening, though, a cloudy sky. We're down to 49 degrees by 10 o'clock. Winds out of the northeast at less than 10, and then the low tonight down to about 45. It'll stay cloudy with seasonably cool temperatures, and tomorrow back up to about 60 with light winds still out of the northeast at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. A little more sunshine possible on Sunday, slightly warmer, but then another cold front comes in. We'll talk about that in your 7-day forecast.
All right, Tim, thanks a lot. And we've also got a check of our roads right now with our TransStar Jam Cams. Here we're starting on the South Loop, 610 at Alameda. Still no traffic really to speak of this week. A lot of people still off for the Christmas break, and you can see traffic moving along very easy.
That's right. We'll call it Christmas break and traffic break. Here's a look at 290 at 34th Street. Traffic a little heavier here, but again, a far cry from what it usually is on a normal Friday afternoon on the drive home.
And let's head south, or actually west on this one, the Katy Freeway, I-10 at the West Loop. And yeah, if you need to get around on this side of town, you're going to have no problems at all.
All right, nice to see. Well, the Houston Texans had their final practice of this disappointing 2013 season.
Yeah, the team is now getting ready to head to Tennessee tomorrow for their final game of the year. The Texans held a walkthrough session in their practice bubble at Reliant Park. Matt Schaub threw some passes, but Case Keenum did not. Interim head coach Wade Phillips again said that Keenum is a game-time decision on whether he will start. Meantime, Phillips was asked later about what he thinks about his chances of becoming the Texans' new head coach.
You know, Jeff Fisher was what, 1-5 here when they made him the coach. So, you know, there's precedent for an interim coach coming, being the head coach the next year.
Meantime, Wade Phillips says the NFL told him today that Peyton Manning's record-tying 50th touchdown on Sunday should not have been counted. The NFL said Broncos receiver Eric Decker was juggling the ball even though the catch was reviewed and upheld. Phillips did acknowledge that the league would not reverse Manning's records. Well, big news out of Dallas today. Cowboys quarterback Tony Romo underwent surgery for a herniated disc in his back today and is now on injured reserve. This means he will not play in Sunday night's big game against the Philadelphia Eagles. Backup Kyle Orton will start for Dallas. Whichever team wins the game wins the NFC East Division and makes the playoff while the other losing team's season is over. Oh, coming up, a man's Christmas celebration turned deadly when police say he pulled out a flare gun.
Deborah Wrigley, pharmacies are now stocking up to meet the demand for flu vaccinations. The story coming up.
And holy collectibles, Batman. See how one man's obsession landed him in the world record books.
All the oh gods, the oh no's, and oh my's
He's hot.
are back.
Holy moly.
The Bachelor two-night premiere event starts Sunday, 8/7 Central on ABC. Can't be home to watch live? Go to Watch ABC Online and download the app. Then sign in with your participating TV service provider account to watch live on your mobile device, so you don't miss any of the oh my's.
Love you.
At GMC, incredible thinking is everywhere. It's in the state-of-the-art dealerships. It's in a customer experience that's ranked highest by J.D. Power. And it's in the advanced engineering of the entire GMC lineup. Lease this 2014 GMC Acadia SLE for around $299 per month. Plus, get 1 year of Sirius XM, including every NFL game.
At Gallery Furniture, we save the best for last, the best savings of the year during the final week of the year. The Gallery Furniture year-end closeout sale happens until 10 o'clock tonight. Gallery Furniture must sell millions of dollars worth of furniture before January 1st or pay taxes on it. We're going to do that by discounting the price to you on incredible leather furniture, solid wood furniture, Tempur-Pedic sleep sets. Year-end closeout sale, the biggest sale of the year, the biggest savings of the year, over until 10 o'clock tonight. Buy your furniture today, year-end closeout sale, Gallery saves you money.
With AT&T, you call the shots. Only pay for the services you need in your bundle.
Hurry and call AT&T now while you can still choose internet for $15 and home phone for $20 per month. Or start with UVerse high-speed internet and add the other services you want to get the bundle you need.
With UVerse high-speed internet, you'll get the speed you need at a price you'll love. Get wireless service and home high-speed internet with a wireless gateway to connect all your Wi-Fi enabled devices and save on smartphone and tablet data usage. Plus, add UVerse TV to your bundle and get a total home DVR included for life.
Hurry, call right now and choose internet for $15 and home phone for $20 per month. And ask about our next day installation.
Go ahead, call the shots, and only pay for the services you need in your bundle. With AT&T, it's whatever works for you.
Honest, friendly, patient, caring, knowledgeable. Just a few words customers use to describe the folks at West Houston Volkswagen. Hey, it's Freddie Cruz, and as one of their customers, I would add exceptional service. At West Houston Volkswagen, they believe that buying a new vehicle should be easy, fun, and your way. Come see for yourself at West Houston Volkswagen, where they treat you like family and their customers agree.
And it's a beautiful day.
13 Eyewitness News has closed caption for the hearing impaired.
We have some breaking news we want to get you to right now out of Pearland.
That's right. There appears to be a house, an explosion at a house and a fire. Don Armstrong is live in Sky Eye HD over the scene. What do you see, Don?
Well, we hear that a call for the Pearland Fire Department went out at about 3 o'clock this afternoon for this single-story structure, and obviously the Pearland Fire Department responded in full force and got the fire under control. We do not know the extent of the damage, but as you can see, there is a hole in the roof here. We have not heard of any injuries, but firefighters continue to mop up the scene here, again in the 5,000 block of Rockland in Pearland. For more details, ahead on Eyewitness News. Reporting live from Sky HD, Don Armstrong, 13 Eyewitness News.
All right, thanks, Don. Well, topping what's hot now, film experts are weighing in on the best of 2013.
Members of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences started voting today on Oscar nominees. The Academy announced last week that 289 feature films are eligible for the Best Picture consideration. Nominations will be announced January 16th. Ellen DeGeneres will be hosting the ceremony when the Oscars are presented on March 2nd. Well, Sin City is raving over pop singer Britney Spears as she kicks off her 2-year residency show in Vegas tonight.
Yeah, this is pretty unusual for an artist that's in the top 40 right now. The show, Britney Pieces of Me, is being held in the Planet Hollywood Resort Hotel in Las Vegas. At an invitation-only preview last night, the 85-minute show featured nearly 24 songs and included some 60 video projectors and multiple costume changes. She says her performances are lip-sync free for 2 years. Well, Britney Spears' dad, Jamie Spears, now has more duct tape than he knows what to do with. After hearing him gush over the product in a recent interview, the company sent him, get this, 1,500 yards of it. That is enough to span 15 football fields. Be careful what you wish for.
Definitely.
Well, a man from Indianapolis has made the record books for his love of Batman.
Instead of a man cave, he has a bat cave. It's full of more than 2,500 figurines, lunchboxes, capes, and utility belts. Among other things, 52-year-old Kevin Silva says he started collecting the Batman items after getting hooked on the 1960s show as a kid. And now he's made it into the Guinness Book of World Records for the biggest accumulation of Batman collectibles in the world.
I've had people drop to their knees at display cases. Oh my God, they're looking, like, well, look at all this stuff. And this is the official certificate as the largest Batman memorabilia. Belongs to me.
Well, Silva said he's had the collection appraised at $100,000, and he says that is a lot more than he spent collecting it all over the years. Okay, if something's popular enough, soon someone will try to find a way to get it for free.
Yeah, that's for sure. A new report from piracy news site Torrent Freak revealed the most illegally downloaded TV shows this year. HBO's Game of Thrones took the crown here. The season 3 finale was illegally downloaded 5.9 million times. AMC's Breaking Bad came in second with its finale, drawing in 4.2 million illegal downloads. Following that was The Walking Dead, The Big Bang Theory, and Dexter.
Okay, talking weather now. It's a weekend, Friday, getting us kicked off, and it's a gray day of sorts.
It is, and temperatures are cool by our standards, but we've got folks that are visiting from Syracuse and Minnesota here for the Texas Bowl.
And they think we're nuts,
and
right?
they think this is warm.
Right, and we're all like, yeah, where's the jacket?
Right. Yeah. Reliance Stadium, the roof is open. Should be a good night for a Texas Bowl tonight. Temperatures will stay in the 40s and 50s here all evening long. If you're heading out to that, certainly grab a jacket. That's a live look at Reliant Park right now, and there it is, the roof open. Overhead, a cloudy sky, but a dry sky right now. Your temperature at this hour here in Houston, 54 degrees. Winds are out of the east-northeast at 7. Humidity 53%. Dew points are dry in the upper 30s right now. Galveston, you've got a peak of sun coming through the clouds, but it's really not doing much to warm you up. You're still at 54. Winds out of the north-northeast at 13 miles an hour. But even right here near the water with that northeast wind flow, your dew points down in the upper 30s, low 40s. Very dry air outside, which is why nothing's falling from those clouds right now. One of the last drought updates we're going to get for the state of Texas for this year shows that now less than 1% of the state is classified as extremely dry or extremely drought conditions. At one point this last summer, 20% of the state was extremely dry. 72% of the state is still dry, but there's about 26%, 28% where conditions are actually near normal, and that includes all of southeast Texas. Just to the west of us, slightly dry. You get closer to the hill country, but that's certainly an improvement from what we had at the beginning of the year and what we had in the middle of the summer. For the year, we're still going to go down with a rainfall deficit, mainly because during the first half of the year we didn't get much rain. 10.5 inches or 10.41 below normal for rainfall here in Houston. Despite that we've had timely rains in the last couple of months, it's the dry weather at the beginning of the year that kind of offset that, at least in terms of the yearly totals. Now, we do have a little bit of rain showing up on the radar today, but it's down to the south of us, not seeing anything falling from the sky around here today. Pinpoint Future Track shows our skies staying cloudy tonight. Tomorrow morning, still cloudy, maybe a peak of sunshine throughout the day as rain continues to race by us down in the Gulf of Mexico. I'm not going to rule out an isolated drop or two from the sky, but there's still a lot of dry air below that cloud deck, which will keep our skies mostly dry. Sunday, we start off with some sunshine, but then another front pushing in from the north. Moisture gathering out ahead of that will push our skies, or put our skies cloudy again during the day. Front goes through Sunday night, and behind it, of course, temperatures will be dropping off again for the early part of next year, for the end of this year, or the early part of next week for the end of this year. 60 for your high temperature tomorrow after 45 tonight, 65 for Sunday. Peaks of sun both days, but the clouds certainly will dominate the sky. Maybe a little more sun than you're seeing today. Monday, a little more sunshine behind the front, but cooler here, down to 52 after starting off in the 30s. Tuesday looks pretty good, but here's the change in the forecast. Now a disturbance coming in the first part of next year could bring us some rain for New Year's. It went with a 40% chance of rain for Wednesday, 20% for Thursday. That may go a little bit higher here. The temperatures will be seasonably cool to start the new year, starting off in the 50s for highs, morning lows in the 40s.
First in HD, this is 13 Eyewitness News at 4.
You may have concerns about the flu, especially now that a local teenager has died from the H1N1 virus. And we have new information on the zip codes where health officials are seeing a high number of flu cases. Eyewitness News reporter Deborah Wrigley is live at a local HEB with that and a check on flu vaccine supplies. Deborah?
Adela, where we're seeing those increases in people seeking emergency care, the biggest increases we're seeing are in Conroe and places like Willis to the north of Houston. But everywhere, pharmacies are now having to stock up, some temporarily running out of flu vaccine. HEB, for example, has now stocked up on extra doses of the vaccine. Also, Tamiflu to modify those symptoms once you get it. It's been the report of hospitalizations and deaths in the Houston region that's convincing more people to get vaccinated for the flu. The Reed family went today.
Prompted us to take that more seriously and come and try to get a flu shot. We went to one pharmacy and they were out, so we came here and they have some available.
The demand for the vaccinations began growing after a cluster of cases were confirmed in Montgomery County. Some pharmacies in the Conroe area are reported running low on the vaccine now, some in Houston as well, but that supply can be replenished quickly.
Thank you.
Currently in Houston, there is officially only one flu death confirmed by the city health department.
It was a teenager. He had H1N1 influenza and succumbed.
In a hospital setting?
Yes.
That's in addition to 3 reported by the Harris County Medical Examiner. All men, 2 with underlying health conditions. According to Houston Health Department data, the virus is now making a jump to the suburbs, accounting for more emergency care visits. The dark area on the map shows the increase to Beltway 8 and beyond. Dr. Joseph Verone has seen a spike at his hospital.
The number of cases that we have seen have been isolated cases, but they have been cases that have not had any contact with anybody that we know that have had similar conditions. That's what has been the unusual characteristics of these years.
The flu vaccination is no guarantee against the flu, but it certainly cuts down your chances. And if you're looking for the vaccine to get that shot, call your pharmacy ahead of time. If they don't have it, someone else should. In Southwest Houston, Deborah Wrigley, 13 Eyewitness News.
All right, good to know, Deborah. Well, more states are reporting widespread flu activity, but it is to be expected because flu season typically peaks in January or February. The number of states reporting widespread seasonal flu activity jumped from 4 to 10 last week, according to the CDC. Now, along with Texas, those states are Alabama, Alaska, Kansas, Louisiana, Massachusetts, New York, Pennsylvania, Virginia, and Wyoming. Again, this is not uncommon this time of year. The CDC says the only atypical thing seen this year is that the most common strain has been the H1N1.
A Chambers County man died in an accident involving a flare gun on Christmas Day. It happened at his Baytown area home. Deputies say a 52-year-old John Cook Jr. was severely injured in the mishap and had an open wound in his chest. He later died at Memorial Hermann Hospital. Deputies found the expended flare casing in the backyard and fireworks and gunpowder in the kitchen. Local law enforcement officers are hammering home an important message. If you get caught drinking and driving, you will go to jail. The Harris County Precinct 4 Constable's Office, District Attorney Devon Anderson's office, and Mothers Against Drunk Drivers are coordinating an impaired driver enforcement initiative. This will run throughout North Harris County tomorrow through New Year's Day. Precinct 4 just saw 2 accused drunk drivers crash into their officers a few weeks ago.
We had 2 patrol cars and 1 deputy injured within minutes by drunk drivers. They do say that when you're impaired, you tend to veer into lights, and that's exactly what happened to both of our patrol cars.
And just an FYI here, Harris County leads the nation in drunk driving. On national news, we start in Louisiana, where a man upset with his former boss and ex-wife went on a shooting rampage, killing 3 people and wounding 3 others before committing suicide.
Now, police say they've never seen anything like this before. LaForge Parish Sheriff's Office says that 38-year-old Ben Freeman was found last night in his car along a highway, dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Police say he went to the home of his in-laws, killed his ex-mother-in-law, and wounded her husband and their daughter. He then went to the home of his one-time boss at a hospital that fired him 2 years ago, killed him, and injured his wife. Police say Freeman also shot and killed his current wife.
Unprecedented in Lafourche to have 3 different victims, unrelated, targeted by a single killer.
Authorities say Freeman had a history of harassing his ex-wife and was embroiled in a custody fight over their 4 children. A manhunt for robbery suspects who opened fire on police in Mississippi has been now expanded nationwide. Police officer Gail Stauffer was killed and another officer was injured 2 days before Christmas in Tupelo when they confronted the suspects during their getaway. Law enforcement all over the country are now on high alert to help find those suspects. Authorities are looking for a man who they call a person of interest. This is a photo taken by a convenience store security camera just before the bank robbery.
I just want to again publicly appeal to all citizens, if you have any information, please get that to law enforcement.
I'm at peace with Gail because I know he died doing what he loved.
Now, the funeral for Officer Gail Stauffer is being held today. He leaves behind a wife and 2 young children.
Now, a story we've been following out of Oakland, California, where a family's fighting to keep their 13-year-old girl alive on life support following a routine tonsillitis surgery. Doctors and a judge have declared Jahai McMath brain dead, but the family wants to move her to a medical facility for long-term care.
Lately, she's been really stable, and today she had more movement in her body, where she was able to move her shoulders today. She's still showing signs of breathing on her own, so we're still very hopeful. We're still very hopeful.
Now, before she can be transported, she must have a tracheotomy and an implanted feeding tube, which is a procedure the Children's Hospital refuses to perform. The hospital says they do not believe it's appropriate to perform that type of surgery on the body of a deceased person. A pilot and his 9-year-old passenger died after their plane crashed in someone's front yard in Fresno, California. Investigators said the single-engine Cessna plane hit a tree while approaching the Chandler Executive Airport. The plane caught fire on impact, sending people in the neighborhood running for their lives.
I thought I was going to hit my uncle's house, and my aunt, she just started screaming like, "Oh, get out the house." But no, I just landed in the neighbor's house, and I just went over there. I told them, "You guys get out, there's a plane on fire in front of your house," and they just come out.
There was nothing to think. We all got scared and ran.
No one on the ground was hurt, and the names of the pilot and the 9-year-old who died in the plane have not been released. The FAA is investigating the incident. Well, a pilot survived a plane crash in Florida today. His plane ended up here upside down underwater in Florida's Boca Chica Bay. Authorities say the pilot had just taken off from a nearby airport when he had mechanical issues. He turned around to head back to the airport, and that's when the plane crashed into the water. A Good Samaritan rescued the pilot. He had no serious injuries.
A homeless man was arrested after running onto the tarmac at the airport in Phoenix, Arizona. It happened just after a Southwest Airlines plane landed at 5:30 last night at Sky Harbor Airport. 49-year-old Robert Bump hit the plane with his hand before he was taken into custody on the taxiway. Police would not speculate why he was so angry at the plane, but they do believe alcohol or drugs were involved. A smash and grab robbery at a DMV in Georgia was all caught on camera. Check it out. You can see the thieves back the white van through a glass wall and into a DMV in the Atlanta area, nearly missing the armed security guard inside the lobby. She decided to get back up instead of confronting the robbers then. The 5 men in that SUV or the van were able to easily move 2 ATMs that were not bolted down. They were in and out inside of 3 minutes.
It was well organized. They stole the van, came down here, smashed it, and they kind of encountered some problems, but they overcame them and were out of here very quickly. So it was very organized.
Yeah, and on top of it all, the van was later found torched in Atlanta with the ATMs inside. The suspects, they are still on the run.
That morning cup of joe has turned to a trend of joy this holiday season.
That's right. We're not just talking about the caffeine buzz. People are paying it forward in a big way, even through social media. We'll explain how ahead.
Don't have the time or energy to go grocery shopping yourself? Listen up. A college student has started a grocery delivery service right here in Houston. I'm Pooja Lodia. Coming up in your Hometown Live, we'll show you how it all works.
Everyone agrees a Honda from your Greater Houston Honda dealers can't be topped. Best resale value, 2013 Top Safety Pick Plus. Best overall brand. Experience it for yourself at your Greater Houston Honda dealers. Over 10,000 new Hondas available for you to choose from. And we've got 14 Honda dealers in the Greater Houston area. Right now, drive a new 2013 Honda Civic LX sedan for $0 due at signing. Find a dealer near you at HoustonHondaDealers.com.
The Chevron Houston Marathon and Aramco Houston Half Marathon on ABB 5K runs January 18th and 19th, 2014. Supported by Chevron, Aramco Services Company, ABB, Nissan, Bank of Texas, Skechers Performance, and ATV. 30,000 registrants, 200,000 spectators, and 7,500 volunteers will be part of Houston's largest single-day sporting event. To register, to run, or volunteer, visit ChevronHoustonMarathon.com.
I love that. Happy New Year.
Well, they're on their way.
Almost ready.
Whatever your tradition may be, you'll find low prices on everything you need to welcome and celebrate a brand new year at your neighborhood Kroger.
Start the year right with moist and tender pork loin back ribs for just $1.99 a pound. Limit 2 with additional $10 purchase. Bright spirits, low prices at Kroger.
I'm back. Hi, I'm Alan Helfman, and I'm president of River Oaks Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram. River Oaks Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram is located on the corner of Kirby Drive at the Southwest Freeway. River Oaks Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram has the all-new Baby Cherokee, as well as the all-new Grand Cherokee.
Alan is my man in the car business.
Come see us at our 2013 Big Finish event.
All right, now to a developing story. An accused killer is at large and possibly still in Montgomery County right now. The sheriff's office is looking for this man. He's 21-year-old Clifford Hogan. He should be considered armed and dangerous. A murder warrant has been issued for his arrest in the shooting death of Henry Williams. The 29-year-old man was found shot at his home in the 16,000 block of East Hammond yesterday evening. Williams was later pronounced dead at a hospital. Eyewitnesses told deputies Williams had an argument with another man at his home, and that is when he was shot.
In today's Hometown Live, we're heading to Spring to introduce you to a college student who's helped start a same-day grocery delivery service, and it's expanding to Houston.
Yeah, we can all see how convenient this would be. Eyewitness News reporter Pooja Lodia is there now with his story and how this all got started. Pooja.
Well, I'm sure both of you, Eric and Adela, are very responsible, all on top of your grocery list. But for people like me, this is very convenient. The company started in Austin, then expanded to San Antonio, and is now operating right here in Houston. Now, the company doesn't have a warehouse, doesn't have any sort of distribution center. It actually runs on one of these, a smartphone.
Just fresh fruit, milk, eggs, bread.
Asim Ali is a grocery store pro, but he rarely shops for himself. At 22, Ali is the CEO of a company called Burpee.
We pretty much shop for your products from the local grocery stores and deliver them right to your doorstep.
Ali and some of his friends at the University of Texas in Austin started the company last year. Customers go online, choose from more than 50,000 grocery and convenience store products, and a driver drops them off within hours. There's no minimum order, but the average is about $125, just enough to fill your pantry.
Most customers are busy professionals, college students, and seniors without transportation. But orders can still get pretty interesting.
In Austin, we had a lady order 40 pounds of bananas, and on the special instructions, she had said, watch out for the monkeys. And we were really curious if she was serious or not, so I actually called her and I was like, do you really have monkeys? And she was like, I guess you would have to find out when you deliver.
Traditionally, grocery delivery services have been unsuccessful.
Everyone didn't have a smartphone, so they had to create an infrastructure, an extensive delivery network.
Burpee uses smartphones for almost everything. When someone makes an order, a text message alert goes to a list of part-time drivers. Whoever accepts gets another text with a grocery list and an address. There's no delivery fee. Instead, products are marked up 5 to 20%. All payments are made online, even tips.
There you go.
Thank you.
No problem. Have a good day.
You too.
And that college student graduates in May, says he's going to be doing this full time. We did post a link on our website. That's abc13.com.
All right, Pooja, real interesting and, of course, super convenient, no matter if you're like you and maybe you forget things, or you're like me and you're a mom and you're super busy.
Hey.
The question is he making a profit? Are people willing to pay for this?
Well, he did tell me that he's on his way to making a profit. Right about now, he's about breaking even. He said he's making about $35,000 in sales this year. So that's not profit, in sales this month. So he says he's on its way. He's got to make about $65,000 in sales a month to be fully profitable.
All right, interesting to see. Thanks so much, Pooja.
And we're following some breaking entertainment news tonight. It appears all those petitions by Duck Dynasty fans have paid off. The A&E network has decided to resume filming the show later next spring with the entire Robertson family, including the patriarch, Phil Robertson. The company had put him on, quote, indefinite hiatus on December 18th, following his controversial comments he made in an interview with GQ magazine.
All right, well, still ahead, a father had the fight of a lifetime to save his young boy from the jaws of a crocodile.
And rescue is on the way. A cruise ship that is stuck in the ice may finally be freed tonight.
What does it feel like to get a great deal at Happy Honda Days? A little like this.
I'm here for you. It's the holidays, the happiest days of the year. Happy holidays, baby.
Catch the spirit. With standard features like Bluetooth and a rear-view camera, it's the perfect season to get a great deal on the 2013 Civic, an IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus, right now at your Honda dealer.
Time is precious. Affordability is key. One-on-one support is vital. At WGU Texas, you can move quickly through what you already know to focus on what you still need to learn, which allows you to graduate faster. Plus, you pay one flat rate no matter how many courses you take. All this with the support of a personal faculty mentor. Earn your bachelor's or master's degree for about $6,000 per year. WGU Texas. We're online, accredited, and affordable.
Miracles can happen. My Lillian is living proof of how your donation can make miracles come true this holiday. One simple donation can save as many as 3 lives. This holiday season, make a miracle happen.
Commit for life.
Gulf Coast Regional Blood Center. Visit us at giveblood.org.
Wouldn't it be nice if there was a wireless company that put you on their gift list? Well, say hello to AO. At AO Wireless, you can get an Android smartphone free with activation. Free Android phone? Yes, please. Plus, AO has a reliable nationwide network and no annual contracts. It's like the presents just keep coming. A wireless company that puts me at the top of their list? I'm in. Stop by your neighborhood AO store or visit AOWireless.com. AO, a new way to wireless.
2 Russian cosmonauts have just finished their 8-hour spacewalk at the International Space Station. They completed their mission to install high-fidelity cameras, but they had to remove them later because the images were not being received on ground. The goal is for the cameras to allow anyone to see Earth from space in real time just by going online to earthcast.com. This spacewalk was not related to other 2 spacewalks NASA astronauts conducted earlier this week to replace a faulty cooling unit.
Well, back here on Earth, a Russian cruise ship trapped in Antarctica is about to be rescued. A Chinese icebreaker named Snow Dragon is slowly getting closer to the MV Academic Shokowski. The cruise ship has been stuck in thick ice since Tuesday. The 74 scientists, tourists, and crew on the ship cheered when they spotted the Snow Dragon on the horizon. The Snow Dragon hopes to reach the ship by this evening, but the changing weather and the thickness of the ice could slow the Snow Dragon's progress.
People in Bali, including tourists, are being warned to be on alert after a python killed a security guard today. The 15-foot python was spotted near the Bali Hyatt Hotel. The 59-year-old security guard offered to help capture it. He managed to secure the snake's head and tail and put it on his shoulders. That's when the python wrapped itself around his body and strangled him. An eyewitness says it all happened so fast. The snake escaped and police are still looking for it.
A villager in Zimbabwe fought a crocodile with his bare hands, all to save his son from the reptile. According to a report, the man and his 11-year-old son were trying to cross a river on Christmas when the crocodile attacked the boy. The father then jumped onto the animal's back and tried to force open its jaws, beating at the animal's head and then poking its eyes with reeds. Eventually, the croc released the child and then turned on the dad, but they both got away. The child did lose a leg and the father's arm was severely gored, but they are both surviving.
Well, some people in a Northeast Houston apartment complex say they're stuck in unlivable conditions.
Yeah, wait till you hear about this. Live at 5's Melanie Lawson is live in the newsroom with what is coming up on Live at 5. Hi, Melanie.
Good afternoon, Adela and Eric. Probably not what you want to hear as you're sitting down to dinner. We'll warn our viewers about that. But neighbors at that apartment complex say they are getting overrun by rodents. They say they wake up to rat droppings inside their homes. One man says he's even been bit by one of the animals, and there's one, as you can see right there. We'll explain what's being done to stop the problem from spreading even further. Also, a man charged with a hate crime was in court today, accused of attacking an elderly man in the so-called knockout game. Why the judge says that man needs to stay behind bars. And a teacher in Pasadena is charged with having an inappropriate relationship with a student. We'll update you on that investigation. All of that coming up in about 10 minutes on Live at 5. Hope to see you then.
All right, thanks, Melanie. It has been often said that a good deed, well, it goes a long way.
Well, this good deed at a Connecticut Starbucks has made a lot of coffee drinkers very happy. Starbucks customers have been paying it forward and then some. They've been purchasing coffee, then paying for the person behind them in line. An employee there counted that 780 people kept the trend going. One Starbucks customer in North Carolina even posted her gift card number on Instagram and urged people to use it. And then something even more special happened.
You know, people are reloading it, which I had no clue. They are paying it forward, buying it for strangers, reloading the card again.
Well, people are calling it Operation Red Cup, and this is a trend that's been happening at Starbucks shops across North America. Well, if you don't have plans for New Year's yet, we may be able to help.
Yeah, and everything we're going to tell you about next is free. Then next tonight on Eyewitness News at 6.
Just an hour of your time can help 4 patients who are battling cancer. I'm Katie McCall. Coming up, we're going to tell you about a critical shortage of blood and platelets and how you can help.
Hitting the road this weekend, here's a look at your Texas travel cast. A little more sunshine up toward Dallas, a little more cloud cover in the hill country and out toward Beaumont. Temperatures in the 60s. But look what happens Sunday. We're still in the 60s in our part of the state. Dallas cooling off. That's the cold front headed our way.
And here's a look at traffic on our TransStar Jam cameras. Things haven't been too bad, although we're seeing slowdowns here. This is a usual suspect, though, for this kind of thing. Traffic West Loop at Memorial.
Another shot for you as well, this time on the Gulf Thruway here. 45 at Telephone. This is usually stacked up this time of day, but you can see everybody motoring along just fine.
All right, one more look at the East Loop at Clinton. Things moving very smoothly in both directions. We'll be right back.
They're not famous, don't have millions of Twitter followers, but they moved mountains, changed lives, inspired a nation. Now, tonight, we honor ordinary Americans who did the extraordinary in 2013. The Difference Makers. Tonight on World News with Diane Sawyer on ABC.
We are here with the Blakeleys who are looking to save some money on their wireless plans. I see you have an unlimited talk, text, and web plan for $39.88 a month.
That's Walmart Family Mobile.
And we have this new $29.88 unlimited talk and text plan.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, and no contracts, right?
Right.
There's no contract?
There's no contract. They're the lowest price unlimited plans.
How's that sound?
That's perfect.
Well, a great plan for a great family.
Own the season. Get Walmart's lowest priced unlimited plans and save on these great Android smartphones. Walmart.
Hurry out to Gallery Furniture's Made in America furniture sale and check out the incredible values on solid wood furniture made in America. That's right, solid wood furniture made in America. Don't try this at home if you got made in China furniture. Made in America solid wood furniture means better quality, incredible low prices, and long lasting furniture. Come out to Gallery Furniture, buy your Made in America furniture, get better quality, get lower prices, and enjoy this furniture for decades to come. Made in America means a better America delivered to your home today.
It's the Ross After Christmas Clearance. Thousands of new markdowns. Save up to 75% compared to department stores. Better hurry to Ross before it's all gone.
No, he loves me. He loves me not. He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me.
Warm and flaky in 15, everyone loves Pillsbury Grams.
Make dinner pop.
Well, I drove Grandpa to speed dating this week, so I should probably get the last roll.
Yeah, but I practiced my bassoon.
And I listened.
I can do this. Everyone deserves ooey gooey Pillsbury cinnamon rolls. Make the weekend pop.
Breaking news update for hip implant patients. Recent reports and findings link metal hip implants to serious complications and injuries. The types of implants that may be affected include DePuy ASR, Johnson & Johnson, Stryker, and Zimmer. If you or a loved one are suffering from these symptoms or have a recalled or defective hip implant, you may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call now.
Call 1-800-369-7780.
Casey Curry's AccuWeather forecast, only on 13.
It is our favorite day of the week here at Eyewitness News, Free Stuff Friday. My co-anchor Eric Barajas has information on plenty of events to bring in the new year, and they are all free.
Tonight, head over to Discovery Green for the Friday Night Flicks at the Ice Series at 6:30 p.m. The movie is the 2002 Hugh Grant hit about a boy. The movie will be oriented towards the ice rink and skating fees will apply, but you can bring chairs and blankets to view the movie from the White Promenade and the Lake House deck. And Laser, Lights, and Magic in the Park continues through New Year's Eve on Tuesday, December 31st. Visitors can enjoy a holiday-themed 15-minute laser light show daily at 6 p.m., 7 p.m., and 8 p.m. at Sanger Fest Park. Presented by Mitchell Historic Properties, the Historic Downtown Strand Seaport Partnership, and the Galveston Park Board of Trustees. Admission is free, and there will be hundreds of twinkle lights and a laser light show, all glittering and synchronized to music. Mark your calendars for free events to bring in the new year on Tuesday. Over at Sugarland Town Square, there will be a huge celebration with a 3D midnight show and statuesque light beings that will be roaming the streets. There will also be street performers and a giant roaming puppet show along with high-energy music for all ages. The children's events are from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. and the adult festivities begin at 9:30 p.m. For the kids on the north side, head over to the Woodlands Children's Museum for the annual New Year's High Noon Countdown. Kids can come enjoy the New Year's party with live entertainment, a bubble wrap dance, horn blowing, along with a balloon and confetti at the strike of noon sharp. The event will be from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
All right, ringing in the new year, the freeway. Well, coming up Monday in Stretch Your Dollar, it is the little black dress. It is a must-have in any woman's closet. We're going to show you how to wear it several different ways, both for the office and for a night out. We are stretching your fashion dollar. It's all coming up Monday at 4. More retailers are trying to ease the pain for shoppers who didn't get their Christmas orders on time. UPS and FedEx say a combination of bad weather, more online shoppers, and fewer shopping days this season caused the problem. But they say they're working hard to get everything delivered as quickly as possible. Amazon was the first to come out and refund fees and offer gift cards. Now Kohl's is also stepping up and agreeing to pay for the undelivered items, and Walmart is also offering gift cards. Well, let's check on the weather before we leave. Eyewitness News at 4. Tim Heller saying a very decent evening, shall we say.
Well, Adela, right now we've got the clouds moving over the city, but you don't have to worry about any rain falling from the clouds. The atmosphere here at the lower levels of the atmosphere still very dry. So no umbrellas needed, but certainly jackets if you're going out. That's a live look at our downtown tower cam. Our temperature in Midtown, 54 degrees right now. Up toward Bender's Landing, 53 degrees. Up around Conroe, 51. 56 out toward Frellsburg. Glen Flora is at 55, 56 degrees in Bowling. Alvin at 53 right now. Webster, 53. Mont Bellevue. You're in with 54 degrees, mostly cloudy skies across the entire area. You get down into South Texas, been a little bit of rain today, but we've got dry clouds streaming overhead today. We're going to keep that cloud cover around for tonight, tomorrow, maybe Sunday as well. Maybe peaks of sunshine this week.